What if someone just asked you now, which country would you prefer to live in if you had to choose between Spain and Netherlands? So the Amsterdam and the Netherlands where it rains all the time, or the sunny, sunny, sunny Spain? And what if I told you that you shouldn't be judging a book by its cover? In this video I'm gonna compare the living between two countries, Netherlands and also Spain. To judge book, at the end of the video I'm also gonna share if I'm missing living in Spain or not. Hello everyone. So I'm sat here in Monumentos de Calamares, I think. I tag now the location here, and this is absolutely stunning place. And here I'm gonna just say it. I'm sorry everyone who is Dutch. I really love Netherlands, and I'm gonna come to that part as well. But honestly, the area, the surrounding area, all the views and everything you get, I mean, Spain is just the total winner for me here. And especially so when we lived in Barcelona, you drive for an hour, you're well, a little bit more, but still you're next to Andorra, so you have the mountains, you have lots of different natural, like, I don't know, lakes or not lakes, you have the sea, of course. So you have all the varieties of areas that you would like to have, and the Netherlands is a completely flat country, which makes it easier for cycling, I guess. But rather than that, it's really like, so the you know, the views when you drive by car, for instance, they're just kind of, nothing is there. So we really miss that part of Spain, and for me definitely, well, like now for instance we are coming, and also this is not part of the nature of course, but you have the different type of impacts of a culture that they used to have from, I don't know, like from probably like again the history part, which I'm not good at, but I'm guessing like from Morocco or whatever. And this looks really nice, and the castles in Netherlands are a little bit more of a Gothic type style, which is not as doesn't look as pretty to me as these ones do. Let's see if Schipol is still that busy as it was during the summertime. Looks already pretty busy to me, but let's see what are the check-in queues and everything. Keep you posted. So whoever goes on that check-in desk 31 has a big time to wait. Another one behind there, big time to wait. We're the only lucky ones. And I'm gonna see also how it goes with the luggage and everything check. We were super lucky to get through security very quick, and now it's the time for snack, even though we obviously ate at home. And this brings me to the next obvious point I wanted to compare between Spain and Netherlands. This is, I mean, that's what I'm sharing also the most in my stories right now, is the food. This one is honestly like, it's simply not possible to even compare, because everywhere like overall the Spanish tapas is absolutely delicious, and you have different options, and I really like when you can order trillions of different things, the small ones to share, para compartir. and it's very easy to also pick options which are not having any meat, because I'm not eating meat, and like the seafood or like the mussel. So food in Amsterdam, I mean, it's a little bit, it actually surprises me a lot why the restaurants aren't as good, and the most typical Dutch food is really, I don't know, like breads breads with like people eat sandwiches a lot. And you can tell we're trying to really match the culture and the country we're living in. I'm not a fan of Dutch food. I mean, it's okay, like if you live there, but it's nothing that you come to the restaurant is like, wow, really delicious. Whereas here it is. Every single little cafe that you go to is like mind-blowing with the taste. So Spain gets a check here. Where is Dania going?
Plane.
On a plane? Daniel is going on a plane! Because I'm trying to get out of the direct sun. It's really hot in here. So the number 3 for me is they are actually, by the way, they are not in an order like based on the priority. This is just kind of the 10 things that I would like to share that come across to me as the most obvious things that are different for these countries. So the number 3 would be the smoking part. Everyone here smokes a lot, and it seems to be like a culture, so everyone from younger people to older on as well. And that is something, so I'm not a smoker, and for me it's quite disturbing. And also you come to the restaurants and the part of them are always dedicated to the people who smoke, and it's like, it's just not possible to eat for me, and especially with a baby now as well, like it's really disturbing. And in Netherlands I feel like people are more healthier overall, so everyone is like really dedicated to some sports, some healthy diet, some healthy routines, whatever it is. So you can always like, you know, like a small talk here you've got about the rain part, like in Amsterdam, I mean. So instead of that, try the healthy habits or something, and you're gonna, 9 out of 10 cases, you're gonna hit it with the other person as well when talking about it. Another attempt with the shadow. I really feel I'm already burned, so I'm gonna let you know by the end of this video if I am or not. So, but anyway, so the number 4, is it 4 now? That is quite like obvious to me as well, that this is something I'm not missing after living in Spain, is the water. The quality of water is definitely much better in Amsterdam. So we used to buy like the bottled water when we lived in Barcelona, even though I'm not sure, I think the government says that you can drink the tap water, but yeah, it doesn't really taste nice, and neither it actually smells nice. And you just can't drink it. And in Amsterdam, this is one of the cleanest water taps in Europe. And apart from that, even like for the hair, for the skin, the water is amazing there, really. Like, and you feel the difference. So now, whilst being here for like now a bit more than a week in Spain, my hair gets dry, my skin gets really dry after the shower as well, so I need to use some additional moisturizers and creams to keep it moisturized, whereas in Amsterdam it's just not needed. So I feel like the quality of water is definitely much better in Amsterdam. Transportation system, so I think, I mean, obviously it depends on what are your needs and what is it that you're aiming for, but for me, living in the Netherlands without car is completely possible. So we do have one, because of course we are living outside of the city, we are also having a baby, which kind of complicates things a little. You need to, you know, like all the routine and everything, like the drop off, pick up, whatever, gets a bit more complex. But rather than that, I never feel that I need a car in Netherlands, whereas in Spain I don't know how to survive without a car. And of course, like also the transport system, I think that in Netherlands is really good organized. It's like you have the connections to pretty much everywhere. You have the trains, you have the buses, you have, I don't know, metro, whatever. And maybe it has something to do with the fact that the country is of course much smaller than Netherlands. And in Spain, like even now, we've picked up the car and instantly we've discovered gorgeous places like yesterday and today, which we were not able to reach with the public transport or even taxi. I mean, taxi is possible, but then you're just stuck waiting like, oh, is someone gonna come here? And like coming to the place is okay, but then getting out of it is a little bit of a hassle because it's kind of out of the way and not in the center, so no one really comes to pick you up like from Uber or something. So I feel like Netherlands are much more no car friendly type of country, which of course then reduces your budget and spending, and I think this is rather positive versus a need of a car in Spain. At every point I'm recording, it gets more and more difficult to hold the phone. I forgot the holder, the tripod that Jav got me, and I actually regret it now. Malaga is so pretty. I'm gonna show you. So first we are getting ready already for the Christmas over there. And actually I think the lights are planned to be turned on, the Christmas lights, for 26 or something. And we are going to be still here, so we're going to come. We need to cross over there because we are going to the main cathedral. Wow. So we are on our way over there. This is the main cathedral. And it's actually the tallest in Andalusia, I think, if I'm not wrong. I'm not sure you're allowed to film in this type of locations. This is a super beautiful cathedral here, the main one in Malaga. So the next one is the language. I completely am in love with Spanish. I am practicing here and I'm trying to practice here it as much as I can. I love the fact that people mostly do not speak English or they speak very little English, so they are not bothered with my not perfect Spanish. This is really a definite advantage for me, because in Netherlands, I mean, of course it's very easy and convenient and everyone speaks English, but language wise you are not anyhow motivated to learn that. And even if you are motivated to learn it, of course it takes you time to get from a level of when no one wants to listen to your BM to the level when you're fluent, and it's really difficult to practice when everyone around is speaking English better than you do. And by the way, if English is not your strength, make sure to check out in the description of this video my English Speak Like Native guide and also the course. We've launched it last year in Instagram together with the team, and I'm very happy to offer it to anyone who is interested. Before even moving and relocating to Spain, I was already learning Spanish because I just love it. I don't know, the intonation, like the sounds, the whatever, the accent that I have when speak it. So I really like it. And with Dutch, if it's not for the country, which I'm so grateful to live in, I would never consider learning. Housing, I feel like housing are actually, both countries are really terrible for the housing, and especially for like expats who are coming from whatever and so to rent for a decent price, the decent place. My own experience was much worse in Barcelona, even though I also had an agency from the company who helped me find a flat. But I actually remember walking out of the flats crying because so bad they were, that they wouldn't have any windows. They would still cost like ridiculous money, €1,000 for a 40 square meter flat with no windows. I feel that you also might have some not the best condition flats in the old city of Amsterdam or maybe next to the canals. I hear people complaining about rats or something. I've myself never seen that, never experienced, never actually been to one of those flats, so I'm really biased in here. And I must say that it also feels that there are more chances for you to get a decent flat in Amsterdam. Not the prices though, right? So the prices are double expensive, I think, in Amsterdam for the same size flat, and that makes it a little bit kind of so not even sure which one to rate here. Still go for Amsterdam. Really the last one. So people and the integration part is an aspect to the society and culture and everything. So I feel like people in Spain are just very open and very welcoming, and they talk to you all the time, and this small talk helps you feel welcome. The same actually is also true for Netherlands. But the integration part, really, like when you feel that you are part of the community, when you're like being just invited by locals, and kind of, so not just a nice talk but more kind of serious and deep meaningful relationship. Personally for me it was much easier in Netherlands, so I feel that people there are more used to expats, they're more welcoming to expats, and they're more open-minded for whatever reason towards the expats as well. So that one is definitely a win for Netherlands. My mom keeps asking me if I've already mentioned the weather. No brainer here. I mean, look at it. End November, okay? We actually packed lots of warm things as well because we were expecting it to be like mid-November in Spain. And it's very warm. I'm wearing my swimsuit, and so I'm not keen yet to even try the water in the sea because I think it's going to be still cold, but it's really warm outside and really nice, and I miss Spanish language. I love hearing it everywhere. So yes, definitely point goes to Spain here. Last one for the day is the quality of life. So as much as I love Spain, as much as I love the surrounding area, the people, the language, the food, the sun, the sea, absolutely everything, for me it was really I can feel a lot the difference between two countries as well, and that for me is about the comfort, about the things to get sorted in your daily life, about the earnings, of course, about the spendings, about the I don't know, like the behavior, the type of values that people share in the same place. And that one for me specifically is definitely more kind of close to how I feel in Netherlands. However, I must say that Spain is like, it just took the part of my heart definitely, and I am feeling a lot like having a house here and coming for a vacation. I don't know, spending some time here with the family, showing Daniel, of course, and my mom as well the places which I myself love. And actually, this is my first time in Andalusia, so showing to myself as well. So this is definitely a place where I want to be coming regularly to.